James Helder, IFL TV, MTK Global. With me, I've got none other than promoter Eddie Hearn, looking very sharp and debonair today, sir.
Mate, one of the aims of 2018 is to slim down, mate. Seriously.
Me or you?
Both. It's getting out of control. And Christmas is just going to be Turkey Central, isn't it? So, good to see you, mate. Very warm in here. I know you got to shoot off soon. Your boy's here. Good to see you, little boy.
Bring your son to work day.
Chip off the old block. Excited. Great fight. This is what you boys at IFL are all about. Views, beef. I'm sorry that I stole the title, British beef.
We'll get onto that.
You know what? I was going to call it raw beef. And I got overturned by one of the lads in the office. They went, not sure about that. What about British beef? And that was done.
Listen, we've got the word beef into the title. The fact it shows how far we've come. That beef is now on the poster of shows.
And we're copying IFL. You know what I mean? So shout out.
So many media here today. I think there's more media here than people to interview, if that makes sense, which is quite bizarre.
Yeah, it's good. And that's one of the benefits of having Anthony Joshua involved as well in the show, which was a great move for everybody, I believe. And obviously, this is a big fight. And I've said before, this fight don't sell out the O2. And I still stand by that. But I'll tell you what, we're not going to have a go. And when you talk about great fights to kick off the air, this is a great fight. This is two young cruiserweights. This is South London against East London. This is on the levels of Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, James the Gal, George Groves. That kind of rivalries that we don't necessarily see so early in a career. And shout out to Ted Bamby, shout out to Brian and AJ Boxing, who look after Lawrence, for making the gamble in this fight, because this is a massive gamble. But what an opportunity for both guys. And I'll tell you, the loser of this fight comes back in the game, no problem. But we are at the will of boxing fans. They call these fights out. We try and deliver them. We want to deliver these fights. And this is a great example of a fight that has been made because of the demand of the fans. It is too early, 100%. These guys should have been waiting 3 or 4 fights' time. You know what? Stick that out of the window. This is 2018. This is British boxing. And if you believe you can do it, let's do it. And I can't wait for this fight. I'm excited about this fight and a massive 2018.
Is this a sign of things to come with AJ Boxing, Anthony Joshua? He will be co-promoting, is that the right word? Featuring promotionally? How do you word that?
Yeah, it's in association with AJ Boxing. He's not a promoter, and despite what people say, he has no plans to be a promoter. We'll see. And I saw Frank's interviews. People have to understand, I've always brought Anthony into our business. There's lots of things you don't know about. Stuff that we're working on a business level. And he's very, very bright. He really understands the game. He adds huge value to an event like this. And when this fight was made, I phoned him up and said, listen, do you fancy coming in on this? He said, what do I have to do? I said, come to the press conference, tweet about it, talk about the fight. Oh, great, yeah, no problems. And look at the turnout. We know what we're doing. The future of Anthony Joshua and AJ Boxing, is it promotionally? I'm not sure. Is it promotionally with us? I'd like it to be. I'd like him to be co-promoter of every event we do.
Because like an ambassadorial sort of role.
He is an ambassador for Matchroom. And, he's an ambassador for us, for Sky. He knows what he's doing. He builds his brand very well. He adds massive value to us for shows like this. He loves to learn. He loves to understand the business, and that's what I've always done, is bring him in, show him the dynamics of the business, the mechanics of the business. Trust me, you think he wants to promote and be here for another 3 hours talking to everyone in this room, going around doing every radio station, going all over the country doing press conferences? No, he is a world unified heavyweight champion. The only thing on Anthony Joshua's mind is being the undisputed king of the division. And we will take him to that point. We will give him the opportunities, and he will beat them. So, is it a sign of things to come for the future? Possibly. I would love him involved in the Matchroom shows and the Matchroom business, unquestionably.
He's already the IBF and WBA super champion. No doubt we'll be expecting an announcement, hopefully before Christmas, on his next fight and opponent. Is that a reachable time scale for you?
Before Christmas, I'm not so sure. I mean, what are we now? We're Thursday. Christmas is Sunday or Monday. Yeah, unlikely. Will we get an announcement before the turn of the year? I'd like one. We're close with Joseph Parker. The deal's not there yet. We're drafting paperwork. It's a very long process. It's very complicated. We have a good conversations and relationship with David Higgins. I think he's done a great job in pushing this fight, and he's got, I believe, a great deal for his fighter as well. But this is the fight we want. This is the only fight of the fights that we want where someone is being even remotely realistic. And why? Because Joseph Parker wants the scalp of Anthony Joshua. Others talk about it. Others talk about, I want to be... And people say it's not about the money, it's about the legacy. Bullshit. Let me tell you, Joseph Parker wants this fight because he believes he can beat Anthony Joshua, and he knows if he wins this fight, he becomes the biggest star in the sport. That's why he's taking this fight. By the way, he's going to get a fortune for it as well. But this is two undefeated heavyweight world champions that could be facing off. The others talk, but the reality is, you got to step in the ring with this monster. And people talk about, oh, he's got a weak chin. People say, oh, he's vulnerable, he's this. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, get in the ring and see how you get on with him. Because this kid's a beast, let me tell you, and he's improving every day, and he's hungrier than ever to take these guys out. And let me tell you, he wants to take Joseph Parker out. He wants to take Deontay Wilder out of the game. And he has that mindset. You may not see it all the time, but I see it. And this kid's a beast, and he's getting better and better and better, and he will win every single world heavyweight title.
Do you see Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury as a mega fight summer 2018? Can it happen?
It's 2018? Mate, come on. Listen, he's so far out of the game, Tyson Fury, and he talks, you know, I mean, don't forget, I've been in talks with Tyson Fury, you know, and the offer is there for him to come back and fight Anthony Joshua, to come and be on big fights on Sky pay-per-view and make an absolute fortune. But, you know, it's so simple for him to do it. But the reality is, Tyson Fury will sign with the person who offers him the most money. Don't matter if it's me, Frank Warren, or you, or Sid Snott.
It's not me, by the way.
No, but that's where the interest comes. If it's about legacy, the path is there for you. It's very easy for us to do. But he also wants 60-40. He wants to walk second. He wants to be first on a poster. So I will not let anybody get in the way of developing Anthony Joshua's career. We have to deal with reality. We're consistent. We're always there. He's always training. He's always ready to fight. He will fight anyone. He will go through everybody. You don't have to worry about us. You have to worry about the people that are capable of stepping in, that are physically fit to step in and take on this monster, that actually want to do the fight rather than talking about it and just tell you the deal so it can't happen. So we deal with reality. We don't deal with people who talk a good game, people who might be ready to fight sometime in 2018 or even in 2019. We have to deal with reality. What we want is Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder. That gives us every belt out there. Do we want to fight Tyson Fury? Oh, mate, there's a bear shit in the woods. You know me, I love a pound note, but more importantly, I love a great fight and I love winning, and I want to win that fight. But the opportunity is there for him. It's very easy to make that fight with us. But as I said to Tyson, you've got to get back in the ring, mate. There's no point talking about that fight yet. You know, it's like me talking about running a New York Marathon. I talk a good game, but the reality is I just want to sit on the sofa and eat a pizza. You've got to get off your arse, you've got to go out there, you've got to put the miles in on the road, you've got to get yourself in a physical, mental condition to do this. And we all want you back, the world want you back, but let's talk in more action.
Regards to DILLIAN WHYTE, he will not feature on February 3rd now, is that correct?
That's correct. We're looking to make the Lucas Browne fight. That's the fight he's asked for.
Where are you with regards to the Lucas Browne?
We're very close. We have, you know, basically an acceptance from their side now. He was waiting for the Joseph Parker fight. Obviously, it looks like Parker's going to fight Joshua, frees up Lucas Browne. Lucas Browne stood up and said, then let's do DILLIAN WHYTE. Looks like March the 24th at the O2 Arena for that fight. DILLIAN WHYTE against Lucas Browne. Mate,
great fight.
IFL porn for you right there.
That is defo IFL beef written all over it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quite finally, masterclass from Billy Joe Saunders, WBO, defending his WBO world title in style. Danny Jacobs, Billy Joe Saunders, can it happen in your opinion? Willing to co-promote, willing to put it together? What's the deal?
Yeah, I don't see how that fight can happen because obviously Danny Jacobs makes a huge amount of money in America. So to come here, he's going to want a lot of money, the money that I don't think Frank can afford. To bring Billy Joe, like he's now going to want millions to fight anyway. So he deserves it, by the way. What a great performance. I mean, I have to say, I like Billy Joe. I've always got on with him pretty well, and I like Dominic Ingle as well. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I went onto Twitter. I saw a stream, legal, and watched it. And I tell you what, I watched 2 rounds of the fight, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to turn it off now because this is going to be repeat every round. But I ended up watching it because it was such a good performance. Mate, I can't believe how much he played. I mean, Lemieux was absolutely dreadful, but Billy Joe was brilliant, brilliant.
Is he dreadful because he's not that very good, or was it because of Billy Joe Saunders, in your opinion?
No. say he's not very good. He's a world-class fighter, but he's nowhere near elite level, Lemieux, and he showed that. But the reason he was so poor was because of Billy Joe. It's a technical masterclass, and it really shows him as a top middleweight. And he's gone from someone that's been playing at the game to someone that is actually, you know, and he's going to go on, he's going to make millions in his next fight. So good luck to him.
Before we go, quick recap, highlight of the year, favourite show that you put on for this season?
I mean, I say favourite show of 2017. Do you talk about the favourite show of 2017 or the greatest ever show in British boxing history?
I'll take either or either.
Okay, well, it's the same. It's April 29th. It's at Wembley Stadium. Just a breathtaking night that will always be remembered. But, as I just said in another interview, thank you to the fans that have been with us in 2017, because without you, you wouldn't be pushing me to try and make the big shows. I want to succeed for many reasons in my life, and one is to deliver for the fans, the haters and the lovers. That's what I'm motivated to do. That's right, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
Because
anything you want to ask, Eddie?
Go on.
If you
Stop
could
looking at yourself in the camera and start, you know.
if you could pick one sport apart from boxing, what would it be and why?
That's a good question. To play or to promote?
To play.
To play. I love football, but I'm not the best. I'm like the big oaf up front. You know, the one you knock it to. You've probably got a mate, haven't you? You know, like a big, I shouldn't say, but fat mate who's like, you just go, give it to Billy up front, and I'm like, hey! And they all sort of hold on to me and run round. But I want to interview you now, Mr. Helder. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself to the camera.
So I'm 8 years old.
Same age as my daughter. Don't get any ideas, son. Go on, you're 8 years old.
So
What's your name? Tell them what your name is.
My name's Georgie, and I'm pretty nervous actually.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. You're doing well. Listen, there's no point in being nervous. Your old man runs the channel.
Ah, fair point. Fair point.
I know the feeling. And what do you like doing? Do you like boxing?
No.
Do you like football?
Yes.
What position do you play?
Centre back and defender midfield.
Yeah. Have you got a future in the game?
Yeah.
Okay. What we're going to do now to finish this interview, you and me, we're going to look at this camera, right? And I'm going to say, yo, shout out IFL TV 2018, we're tearing it up. And I want you to say, and I'll pass it over to you, and you're going to go, thanks for all your support in 2018, in 2017. See you next year. Ready? Well, this is Eddie Hearn, IFL TV. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to fight fans who have tuned into this channel, who have tuned into British boxing, whether it's with Sky or whether it's with one of the other lesser channels involved in boxing. I'm here with a main man, giving much love to British fight fans. All I can say is thank you, have a blessed Christmas to you, your family, and a happy new year. And I'm going to pass over to the main man to see you out.
Thank you for all the support in 2017, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah. And what about what the kids do? Is it something like that? Or like that? What do the kids do now? Man's not hot, something like that? All right, now say man's not hot.
Man's not hot.